makes you scared to live in a country where society is okay with putting Jews on a list.
Yeah, since I was doxxed, basically all my details put out there and sent off on various socials to everybody to do with what they might. It's been pretty stressful. I've had hate mail, I've had social media abuse.
I was doxxed, and I'd never heard of that term before.
As a result of being placed on that list and doxxed, I've received a lot of vicious online harassment.
I've had direct messages and messages on my own pages and feeds accusing me of being, a genocidal right-wing extremist, which is probably the exact opposite of where I stand.
I felt quite isolated.
It started with being likened to a Nazi, which is a awful inversion of reality. And since then I've received swastikas, I've been called a cancer, I've had people tell me that my child is going to be ashamed of me for being so delusional. It's been relentless and ongoing.
There's been abuse, there's been assumption that somehow by being Jewish that I need to make a statement or that I'm expected to, or a kind of collective guilt associated with Israel or people's view of Israel.
I wanted to just have a place of support, which I've done before for other difficult times in my life. I've reached out to certain friends to talk as well, and I've had very difficult conversations. I just asked them if they could say on social media they stand against anti-Semitism, but they won't do it. It seems to be fraught for them to put that out there, which is sad for me because I'm Jewish, and of course I'm anti-Islamophobia, I'm anti-racist.
I'm a Jewish creative who was added to the chat in the wake of October 7th to discuss and support other Jews through the rising anti-Semitism that we saw happening.
It's just really upsetting when people assume that by Jewish people talking to each other privately, what they assume is privately, that it's somehow secretly, and even more than that, that it's somehow a conspiracy. Somehow that's become acceptable narrative. It's very, very saddening.
I'm shocked that people would think of labelling us in some negative way because we're just hanging out, talking, trying to support each other as Jewish creatives and academics.
I don't think we should be vilified for being in a space where we offer emotional and psychological support to each other, the same way that any other group is entitled to do.